Welcome to the 8 Habits of Highly Paid Options Traders video course. In this video course, I am so excited to share with you the 8 habits that has helped me turn 12,000 into 466,000 in less than 7 hours trading options just from my laptop. Are you fed up with ordinary results? Then discover the power of 8 habits in trading options. This is what you will learn from this video course. Habit number 1 will help you discover how to beat the stock market in the game of chess. Habit number 2 will help you trade with a ridiculously high probability of success. Habit number 3 will help you focus only on things that produce huge results in trading and avoid all the extra noise. Habit number 4 will help you with the biggest challenge in trading, which is timing. Habit number 5 will help you beat the market psychologically each and every time. Habit number 6 will help you easily identify when to sell and when to hold your positions for more profits. Habit number 7 will help you discover how to identify huge trading ideas from simple observations. And habit number 8 will help you eliminate losing trades before they even happen. Unlock the power of 8 habits of highly paid option traders now. Are you ready to experience the power of acceleration in your trading? Well, then say yes. Give me the power. Plus a special offer below for our exclusive charts and pattern recognition course. Simply click the link below this video and unlock the power of the 8 habits of highly paid options traders in your life, in your trading career. And now, the 8 habits of highly paid traders. Please understand, the 8 habits is not just a list of things that you have to do. Let me just be 100% clear. We're not talking about some checkpoints. These are habits. The habit is something that you do automatically. Just think about it. When you wake up in the morning, one of the first things that you do is what? You shower, you brush your teeth. Do you think about those things? No, you do them automatically. Before you head out for the day, before you go to take care of your business, before you go to work, what do? You put your shoes on. Right before you head out of the door. Do you think about it? No, you do these things automatically. Do things for about 30 days before it turns into a habit. So some of those things that we're going to discuss that are part of the 8 habits are not going to be easy. So just stay with them and do them and execute them for 30 days until they do become habits. It is not easy to be an extraordinary trader. But if you are here looking at this information, that tells me that you are serious about becoming an extraordinary trader. Everything that is worth doing in life is not always going to be easy. So let's dive into this journey, and I will share with you the 8 habits of highly paid traders that I learned from top world traders, and some of them I have also discovered on my. Habit number 1 is the habit of being a chess player. Always be a chess player when you're trading. In a game of a stock market chess, market is your opponent. Well, I have some great news for you today. Over the last 12 years of trading, I have discovered and put together in a proprietary, systematic formula that describes 13 market moves. In other words, I have discovered there is typically only 13 market moves that the market is going to make against you. Actually, not even against you, but regardless of whether you are trading that day or not, market is going to make its moves. And understanding what those moves are is very valuable. What is even more valuable than this is understanding the sequence of those moves. If you understand what type of market move follows what type of sequence, it would be equivalent when you're playing chess, understanding after what move your opponent will make, what move will be following that move immediately after. That is incredible information. And if you understand the pure simplicity of it, trading is going to become a very simple process for you. Now, I know traders that have traded for 10, 20, 30 years, and they are clueless of what those market moves are. So if they could only understand the power of being a chess player in the stock market, knowing when your opponent is going to take a move, what type of move your opponent is going to make, is going to help you accomplish two things. Number one, you're going to know specifically which strategy to use, because the market conditions, they change all the time. So if you're trying to place a trade that is favorable to high volatile market conditions, in low volatility market conditions, you automatically would be setting yourself for a high probability of unsuccessful trading. Now, if you knew specifically which strategy to combine with which market environment, can you only imagine the powerful impact that it would have on your trading? So simple, and yet so many traders completely are in the dark from discovering of how to be a chess player in this cruel, brutal game of stock market chess. Let's take a look a little bit closer. Look, there is no secret. A lot of us, if you've been trading for any time frame, whether you're just starting, you've been trading for a very long time, at some point we have made some emotional predictions of the market. Now remember this, you're not a fortune teller, you are a trader. Best traders make their decisions based on calculated probabilities of outcomes. Traders don't predict the future, they strategize. So in other words, don't be a person at the Chinese restaurant looking at the fortune cookie to determine your next trade. Be a chess player. One requirement of a great chess player is to calculate many possible outcomes of his move. So before you make a move as a trader, there's a requirement to analyze all possible outcomes of your trade. What are you going to do if your opponent, the market in this case, responds in a way that does not go according to your calculations? What is your next move? So the more scenarios you will role play on a paper before placing your move, your actual trade, the more ready you will be to act. Since you're prepared for the market's next move, no matter whether that move is in your favor or not, you will be calm. Being calm is key because you will not be making decisions based on emotions. You will be making decisions based on your calculations. And such approach is way more effective when it comes to sustained profitability as a trader. In other words, many traders just make a trade hoping for the best. They typically don't have a strategy of specifically what to do if the trade does not go as planned. For example, if you buy call options and the market reverses against you shortly after the trade is made, what is your action? Will you hold on to your trade? Will you add more? Will you immediately cut your losses? Will you let the losses run up to a certain amount and then cut the losses? If so, what is that amount? And how do you determine that systematically? What is the trade? What if the trade does not move anywhere for 72 hours? What would be your move then? Knowing the answers to all of these questions and many other variations of what the market may bring your way is being a chess player. It's being prepared and ready for no matter which move the market will bring your way. Being ready and prepared helps you trade without emotions and therefore make better decisions. Now, you may not know this if you've never played chess, but professional chess players actually use what's called a time clock when playing chess. And oftentimes, once the move is made, they hit the clock with their hand so the time will begin for the opponent to make their move. Oftentimes, when you place a trade, it's important to identify the time frame of your trade. And from me interacting with many traders, I have discovered this. Sometimes the trader will place a trade without knowing whether they're keeping this trade on for an hour, a day, 3 days, or a week. Particularly when trading options, you definitely want to have a clear understanding of a time frame. Oftentimes when playing in option trades, you're trying to capture a significant move in the stock price. And typically a significant move in the stock price will have some sort of catalyst. If you expect this catalyst to play out within a certain amount of time, then your options trade will calculate specifically what that amount of time is. And it's incredibly helpful to understand what that time frame is before you place your options trade. So knowing the time frame of your battle that's going to take place on this chess field in the stock market is going to help you determine whether your army is going to advance at a certain point or whether your army is going to retreat. And it makes perfect sense, because if your strategy does not generate results within a certain point in time, you have to have a plan to retreat or advance. And in the position from the stock market standpoint, you have to know when you're going to cut your losses, or when potentially, if the market environment for your strategy is still remaining the same, when you're actually potentially could advance your position. So as a summary, habit number one is being a chess player. Being a chess player in the game of stock market chess means understanding what the 13 market moves are. Understanding their sequence is what's going to make you an awesome trader. Knowing the sequence of the moves that could happen after you place your trade is also crucial. Knowing the time frame of your move has to be determined in advance. And knowing how to retreat or how to advance throughout this battlefield of playing stock market chess. Habit number two is the habit of trading the market reaction to the news, not the news, and definitely not your opinion on the news. As you can see portrayed in this chart, okay, and this is just a chart that I'm using for example purposes only. Oftentimes, we expect certain great news to come out or a certain great event to take place in the expectation that the stock price is going to move higher. Well, let me ask you this question. Have you ever been in a situation where you knew the company is going to announce great earnings and you bought call options, which means you were betting on the stock price to go higher? Just moments after the announcements, to find yourself in a situation that even though you were right about your prediction, the stock price shockingly reversed and dropped like a rock. Yes, that's true. Sometimes the market is not going to make sense, and this is why it's trading the reaction to the news is what's crucial. You may believe that the stock is great. You may believe that the earnings announcement is great. You may believe that, for example, Tesla announcing its new model that's coming out in just a couple of weeks is a great positive announcement for the company. But the question here is not what do you think? The question is not is what your opinion here on this situation and how do you think it's going to impact the stock price. The only thing that matters is how the market is going to interpret those news and how the market is going to respond. It's not you or the individual investors like me and you that make a crucial impact on the stock movements in the stock market. It is the institutional investors. So if you are wanting to be successful, put your opinion aside and only trade the market reaction to the news. It is also important not to trade the initial reaction of the market to the news. As a great example, I remember many years ago when BKNG or Priceline still traded under ticker PCLN. Okay, at the time of the earnings announcement, the stock was trading around $1,000 a share. Now, what has happened immediately after the earnings release at 4:05 after the market closed, the stock sold off rapidly to a level of about $930 a share. Now, typically after the earnings announcement, shortly within an hour or two, the company will be discussing all the details of the earnings report at the conference call or the earnings call of the company publicly. And specifically what has happened, there was some information presented at the earnings call that completely reversed the investor's perception. And stock late in the hours, the point of about 7 o'clock that night, started reversing and reversing rapidly. Literally went from 930 all the way to 980, working its way back for the 1,000-point range. The next morning, I remember Priceline actually opening at 1,050 level. Okay, it temporarily was heading between 1,040, 1,050 for a couple of hours until it broke out higher. And in the next couple of days, Priceline was trading at $1,125. So very important to know that the initial reaction of the market may not be the final reaction of the market. So if you want to increase your probability, and truly this is what trading is about, if you don't want to just get lucky on a few trades, if you want to trade throughout a long term, if you want to make a career out of this, you want to increase your probability. And the only way to increase your probability is to place trades in a higher probability environment. And I promise you, you will be able to be more often a lot more profitable if you know specifically the market reaction to the particular information. And once that moves about becoming clear and apparent, it is then when you strike and make your move. If you're curious about learning the other 6 habits of highly paid options traders, and if you want to discover the secrets of what it took, all the specific details to turn the 12,000 to 466,000 in under 7 hours, then definitely visit marketcrash.money/8 habits. Once you're there, simply scroll down and click this big orange button. Yes, give me the power. Take action now by simply clicking the link below this video and discover the power of acceleration in your trading. This is what you will learn from this video course. Habit number 1 will help you discover how to beat the stock market in the game of chess. Habit number 2 will help you trade with a ridiculously high probability of success. Habit number 3 will help you focus only on things that produce huge results in trading and avoid all the extra noise. Habit number 4 will help you with the biggest challenge in trading, which is timing. Habit number 5 will help you beat the market psychologically each and every time. Habit number 6 will help you easily identify when to sell and when to hold your positions for more profits. Habit number 7 will help you discover how to identify huge trading ideas from simple observations. And habit number 8 will help you eliminate losing trades before they even happen. And habit number 8 will help you eliminate losing trades before they even happen. Unlock the power of 8 habits of highly paid option traders now. Are you ready to experience the power of acceleration in your trading? Well, then say yes. Give me the power. Plus a special offer below for our exclusive charts and pattern recognition course. Simply click the link below this video and take action now.